Anyone who is fully vaccinated can participate in indoor and outdoor activities, large or small, without wearing a mask or physical distancing.
Mr. Menendez, aye. Mr. Reed, aye. Ms. Ernst, aye. Mr. McConnell, aye. Mr. Booker, aye. Ms. Hirono, aye. Ms. Collins, aye. Mr. Kelly, aye. Mr. Scott of South Carolina, aye. Mr. Markey,
You know, we continue to evaluate the CDC guidance and will be making adjustments as appropriate. You know, I think the challenge is that it's impossible to determine who's vaccinated and who's not vaccinated. And if you look at the CDC guidance, it continues to say that wearing masks are important mitigation measure. The best case scenario is everyone wearing a mask.
But as far as when you go into a store and stuff, I don't know. I mean, because you don't know who's been vaccinated and who hasn't.
I imagine we're going to keep the masks on a little bit longer than we have to inside.
If I go down an aisle where there's a lot of people or other people, I'll just put it on because I'm not comfortable with it yet. Not yet.
John, they are extremely excited with the idea that masks inside can come off for patrons, but they're still waiting for the okay from both the Gaming Control Board and the governor's guidance. Only then is when they are going to be able to make a change here and be able to take those masks off.
Even though I'm fully vaccinated, I'll probably still wear it inside, but you know, a easy mask like this.
Just better safe than sorry, and I think a lot of people now will pretend they're vaccinated and they're not wearing a mask and they really didn't get vaccinated, so I got to watch out for those people too.
We've already had uncomfortable experiences with people that don't want to wear masks, and you know, we're trying to take it all in stride, but in a lot of ways it's difficult unless all of us are on the same page.
Mr. Menendez, aye. Mr. Reed, aye. Ms. Ernst, aye. Mr. McConnell, aye. Mr. Booker, aye. Ms. Hirono, aye. Ms. Collins, aye. Mr. Kelly, aye. Mr. Scott of South Carolina, aye. Mr. Markey,